Hey everybody, and welcome to Module 8. In this module, we're going to explore how building strong, supportive relationships with families can make a significant impact on children's development and their well-being. From the very earliest stages of life, families, of course, play a crucial role in nurturing their children to help them grow, to thrive, and to succeed. As early childhood educators, of course, we share these goals, and we have the opportunity to work alongside families to support children's growth and help accomplish these goals. So it's a very important thing that you do. By fostering positive and goal-oriented relationships with these families, we can create environments where children feel secure and valued, and they're empowered to go out and do big things in the world. So throughout this module, we're going to cover several key learning objectives. We will define what positive goal-oriented relationships are and why they're important. We'll look at key considerations for developing these kinds of relationships. They don't just happen. We're not going to just automatically have a relationship with all the family members that walk into our classroom. So we've got to work on ways to nurture that. We want to emphasize trust, mutual respect. I think the video I have posted this week does a good job of talking about that one. And effective communication. So we're going to discuss how strengths-based attitudes can influence the way we engage with children and families, helping us to focus on their unique strengths, talents, and cultural backgrounds. That's part of being developmentally appropriate, meeting children where they're at, working within the strengths and talents that they already have, and of course, considering culture as part of that. And finally, we're going to reflect on relationship-based practices, considering how we can use them in our own interactions to build stronger connections with families. So, in all this, our goal is to understand how fostering these positive, goal-oriented relationships can benefit everyone involved. Families have a passion for their children, of course, and it's at the heart of these connections that we're trying to make. When we build relationships based on mutual respect and trust and authentic two-way communication, we create partnerships with families that are meaningful and supportive of that child. So as you go through the content for this module, please keep in mind that these relationships don't just develop overnight. They grow over time through every interaction that we have with families. And so one of the things that we have to do is be aware of our own biases and work to understand and celebrate each family's culture and language and how it's essential in this process. So we'll explore how these positive relationships can help reduce stress and isolation for children and for families, and fostering a sense of support and unity as we all work towards those shared goals we've been talking about. So I encourage you to reflect on how you can apply these practices in your work. All right, let's take a look at the module for this week. Sorry, couldn't find my share screen. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen now, and here's your Start Here page for Welcome to Module 8. Goes over the objectives that we just talked about and what you're doing this week. Here's your skeletal outline or note taker. Most of you have done a great job of being very thorough with those. I encourage you to continue to do so. Make sure you're including where you got information from as you take the notes so that you can go back and reference it later. And here's your readings. You've got your chapter reading and then a couple of articles this week to look at. And when you do your skeletal outline, make sure that you put things from the readings and from the articles. Here's that video I was talking about, developing respectful partnerships, and that's with families. And here are a few other videos published by Head Start. And they do a great job with their videos. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. And then again, when you do your notes, well, these say optional, so you don't have to include these in your notes, but you're here to be your best, right? So you might as well at least watch them. All right, and then here's your notes. Looks like I need to update that, sorry. And then you've got a discussion this week. We've discussed many aspects of evaluating and including families in our classroom settings, from setting up the environment to creating events to including families in the classroom and more. I hope that you're coming to the final. I hope that I should say, as you are coming to the final month of the course with at least one, no, it was right. I hope that you're coming to this final month of the course with at least one new idea, strategy, or view that you did not have before you took this class. So please post your responses to the following questions, and you can number 1 through 4. And your responses need to be at least 3 sentences apiece. Share the one idea, strategy, or viewpoint that you did not have before you took this course. What was the most value to you, and explain why. Where did you feel you maintained the most growth as a student? So in number 2, you're not just elaborating on one. You might have elaborated on something else that was more valuable to you than this one thing. And what did you gain from your classmates' experiences through discussions and things like that? So a great thing to do, I think, for this discussion would be to go back and look at all your skeletal outline notes, because you've taken notes over all those things. So it'll spark memories and tell you where you can go back and look. So you're going to make the same discussion, meet the same discussion criteria as always. You need to reference source materials. You need to include an artifact. Please do more than just some downloaded image off the web for your artifact. We need you to really it be something that your colleagues, your classmates could use in their classroom or something like that, or spark an idea or something. Okay, so that's the discussion. And you've got a quiz. And then you are going to submit that you've already had this assignment, but it's just due this week, your community agencies, organizations, online resources, and articles. And hopefully you've already seen this. These are articles, not websites or blog posts. So they need to be like research articles. You could look from NAEYC. They've got a lot of articles you can access for free. Childcare Exchange, I believe, will allow up to 5 free articles for just anyone. Otherwise, you have to pay. Or EBSCOhost or ERIC, which hopefully you learned how to research through those when you took Comp 1 or Comp 2. If you do not remember, I can try to help you. The librarians can help you. And I think maybe there are even videos posted on the website, the WOSC library page, to help you. There's also Google Scholar that works a lot like EBSCOhost or ERIC. So just remember, when you search these, it's not the same as doing a Google search. I know with a lot of Google searches, you can type like a whole phrase or even a full question. And when you're in these databases, it doesn't work that way. You've got to search for keywords or terms. And then you have a new part for your key assessment, and that is to find at least 3 children's books that would be appropriate for your specific virtual family, and include the following information for each book. So think about their scenario and then the same with parenting books that would help the parents of your virtual family. And give us information on those. If you wanted to include a picture of the cover of the book, that would even be really helpful. So I do hope you have thought about this, and remember that when you're doing these steps to the key assessment, this is your opportunity to get some feedback, and then you'll eventually turn in the whole thing. You'll compile it all into one document, and that will be the big grade. So these aren't worth a lot of points right now because it's just your opportunity to get some feedback. And that is it. So I hope that this video has helped you. And as always, if you have any questions, just reach out. That's literally what I'm here for. And I love hearing from you. All right, thanks.